Hello again. Let's get straight into the teams for an interesting ins for Port Adelaide, Tommy.
Certainly are, Treaders. It's Jarman Impey. He comes into the side. What do you make of that?
Well, I think it's surprising. You know, the one thing is, I think it's the small forwards. We talk about Walters back in form, back in the Fremantle team, and Ballantyne. Probably a little bit of paranoia. They need a small defender to play on them.
Well, there's a couple of changes at Fremantle as well, and this is really interesting too. Pavlich and Barlow come in. Are they serious?
Well, you wouldn't think if you get surgery on a broken thumb this week, Barlow, that he's going to play some 5 days later. But you know what? I think they'll be playing a Firthy. I think in 24 hours' time, one of those boys will drop in. But I'm expecting Pavlich to play.
Well, we know that Ryan Crowley, is going to be playing. He's one of their most annoying taggers, one of the most annoying in the game. Travis Boak usually gets him, and he said he wouldn't mind if someone else cops him this week.
Oh, it'd be nice to free me up a little bit. But look, I think myself, Robbie, Hamish is another one who's been in fantastic form. Brad's another one that teams have gone to. So either one of us, whatever happens, I think we'll have a plan for whoever he does go to, and we'll make sure we help that person out.
The stakes could hardly be higher with the top 4 finish the reward for the winner, but Boak says they're trying not to get overawed by the situation.
Obviously there is a little bit more on the line, and we love our big games. We've had a lot of them this year, and they're great challenges for us, and we're excited for it.
Well, Treaders, the other big game, of course, is on Sunday. Just the squad of 25 at this stage. So the Crows have got 5 ins at the moment. Let's go through them. Riley, McKay, Grigg, Kerridge and Matty Crouch. Who do you think actually comes in out of those guys?
I think Thompson's a little unlucky. I know last week wasn't ideal for the key defenders for Adelaide, but I think he's been good. But Riley, surprisingly, is around the mark. I think McKay, a certainty after that concussion. And then I think you maybe even go with Kerridge, even though he hasn't played too much, being out for a long period of time.
Get your tips shortly, but we'll go to St Kilda's team now. They've just got the 4 ins at this stage, and Gilbert comes out of the side. They may still be able to make the finals, Treaders, but it could come down a percentage, and that West Coast game, which is on roughly at the same time. Now, Patrick Dangerfield, the co-captain, he said he wants to know what's happening at that game while they're about to play.
Yeah, I think I would. Last season we played West Coast over in the West, and we were told before the game that we couldn't make it, yet that didn't really make a difference to the way that we played. We played some really good footy, so I'd be happy for us to know what actually the scenario is, and then just play from there.
There's a good chance Adelaide's season will come to an end on Sunday. If so, Dangerfield insists the team will still get something out of it.
I don't think any season is ever a wasted season. It's certainly disappointing given the position that we're in. But at the same time, we've exposed some players to the level. We've got games into some of our younger players, but certainly it's been disappointing the way that we've played and how inconsistent we've been throughout the season.
Treaders, some late news today. Terry Malira from St Kilda said he wants to return to South Australia. If you're at the Crows or Port, would you want him?
Well, I think you'd look at him, but you wouldn't give up anything for him in a trade because he's been, I suppose, inconsistent and he's had a lot of injuries, which hasn't helped him. But if he wants to come home, you grab him in a late pick in the draft.
Let's have a look at your tips. Big round of footy.
Well, I'm picking an upset for Port Adelaide. People can call it a little bit looking after your own team, but I just not convinced that those Dockers ins, especially Barlow's going to happen. And I think Port, really, their run might worry the Dockers without Nate Fyfe missing with suspension too. I think Adelaide is going to absolutely smash St Kilda.
So do Adelaide make the 8?
I think they might fall just short. It's about 15 goals difference, which they're going to have to win by. We'll know Saturday afternoon.
Good stuff. Thanks, Treaders.
Thanks, Rennie.